No, no, that's one of those 2-count releases. I mean, if it were slow, and there's less wind this game, that might be too slow to do the big circle, but it worked at that tempo. It's fine. It was good. All right, so a couple things. Let's see your setup first of all. Can you puff up? You're just a little, can you widen? Does that look different? Yes, that looks a lot better, more confident. All right, now this is your general left-hand gesture all the time. If you see this and you're playing in an ensemble, what does this mean to you? Right. So, I mean, you're conducting the alma mater and everything that you're doing is like this. So you're like, okay, sing, sing, but sing, So you're a little confused. All right, so can you try something else? What might be a more inviting hand gesture than this one? That's the basic setup. Let's see, what options do you have here? Okay, still giving them a closer. Good. Hey! Right? If you're like, hey, come on in, right? That's what this is. So if you turn this over, it's a little more inviting. If you want, that's different than this. So can you try Eastern State March with your hand just turn this way a little bit. With that whole reach out a little bit further. We are loyal, we are loyal and true. Okay, good. Now this time, why don't you just conduct like this? So let your left hand just hang out here. This is going to require a little left hand independence, but not a lot, because it just has to stay still. Okay? So, arms up. Breathe in rhythm, in the style you want. We are loyal, we are you, we're loyal and true. There you go. Though the odds be great or small, we'll now do something new with rah, rah, left hand. Rah, rah, so okay, get the idea? Yeah. This is just a little bit too much. Now this is a good way to start. Now maybe then you drop it back into the pattern, but not looking like this. So practice, how can you conduct maybe so that it mirrors, but not look like this? Right? The left hand is always jealous of the right hand, always in conducting. I mean, if your left hand is always like pulsing, right? This is the general idea what your left hand does unless you give it a job. We'll talk more about the idea of give it a job later. All right, so can you go to, was it Orly that you did? Yes, let's do a little Orly. Now you want to be super inviting at the beginning of this one, right? How can you be inviting for us? Let's see it. Up, up, out. Yes, there it is. Yeah, and it's not like you have to be like, you don't have to do that, but like just if you open up here and think about, you want to include all these lovely people in the ensemble instead of like, you focus somewhere between Mike and Andy back there. You've got like I don't know what you're looking at exactly, but it's all right here. Can you go from the beginning again and make eye contact with everyone in the room? Don't stop singing, keep singing. But make eye contact with everyone in the room. Is this a little uncomfortable for you? Yeah. This is so good for you. We're all about stretching. All right. Be broad. There you go. Good. Spring mistletoe. Holiday time. I feel like you're like this. Yeah. This is awful. This is terrible. So maybe split the difference between here and like here, where you normally are. So it's somewhere in the middle, where it's comfortable, right? All right, good. So now you're making eye contact with them. Can you practice this touch, touch, touch? It's very slappy from the elbow. So just touch. Actually, just paint fence. Good, pet kitty. And let your elbows stay bent. But your wrist is the one that's moving.
Oh.
There you go, yep. Yes, these are gestures we didn't see in your legato before. So let's see a 3-4 in the correct style. Gentle. Remember your arm, stop for a second, your arm does the pattern. Your wrist goes up and down. Do you see what I'm after? Yeah, so it's just look in the mirror, spend a little bit of time on that in your head. Okay, good, David. Eric. Last for today.